Hello friends, welcome to the show Crack the 7, and today's title is Purification of Organic Compounds 1. Here we are going to discuss various techniques of the purification of the organic compounds. Organic compounds are naturally obtained compounds and may be synthesized in the laboratory. But organic compounds are mostly associated with impurities. And what is the purification? Purification is a kind of process where we remove unwanted impurities from the organic compound and we can maximize the effect of the organic compounds. Organic compound separation involves various techniques. The techniques are majorly crystallization, sublimation, distillation, solvent extraction, and chromatography. Sublimation is the kind of property where solid can be converted directly to the vapor, and we can use this technique to separate the solid compound in the vapor form. Distillation is very widely used technique to separate the organic molecule, and distillation itself divided in various categories like simple distillation, fractional distillation, steam distillation, and vacuum distillation. Each of them have a different purpose, and very effective separation can be done with the help of distillation techniques. Solvent extraction technique is very useful when we know the particular compound is soluble in particular solvent. So we can effectively use that particular solvent to isolate that molecule from the mixtures. And chromatography is a wonderful technique which can be used for the separation purpose. And we are going to discuss chromatography in our next show, that is Purification of Organic Compound Part 2. Now let us start today's show to understand all this technique with the help of multiple choice question. Now enjoy the show and crack the 7. Now presenting very first question of the show, question 1, level 0, and the question is: crude oil is refined by which process? Option A, fractional distillation. Option B, steam distillation. Option C, chromatography. And option D, vacuum distillation. Dear friends, crude oil, which contains many components having nearer boiling points, they have very close boiling point to each other. So any liquid which has a very close boiling points, that can be separated by fractional distillation, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option A, fractional distillation. Now presenting second question of the show, question 2, level 0, and the question is: fractional distillation is used to separate liquids having option A, same boiling points. Option B, very different boiling points. Option C, close boiling points. And option D, when solid is mixed with liquids. Now dear friends, fractional distillation is a kind of technology which can be employed when liquids in the mixture have very close boiling points, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option C, that is close boiling points. However, we need to understand the option A as well. Same boiling points, no liquids. There are two liquids. If you consider, the two liquids have a slight difference in boiling point if they are pure liquids. So liquids cannot be having the same boiling point because they have different structures, and therefore boiling point is very in a small proportion, and therefore no liquids have exactly same boiling point. That point you also consider for the future reference. And the correct answer for this question is option C, close boiling points. Now presenting third question of the show, question 3, level 1, and the question is: sublimation is the process where solid can be converted to vapor and vice versa. Which pair can be purified with the help of sublimation? Options are: option A, chloroform and naphthalene. Option B, camphor and naphthalene. Option C, benzoic acid and ether. And option D, benzene and camphor. Dear friends, out of the given options, several compounds have sublimation property. Sublimation is the property where you can convert solid compound to the vapor directly without having liquid phase in between. Now out of the given options, compounds like naphthalene, camphor, benzoic acid are the compounds having sublimation property, and the correct pair is present in the option B, that is camphor and naphthalene, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option B, that is camphor and naphthalene. Now presenting fourth question of the show, question 4, level 1, and the question is: vacuum distillation can be used for the heat sensitive compounds. During process, organic compound can be boiled at. Options are option A, very low boiling point, option B, very high boiling point, option C, higher boiling point than the actual, and option D, lower boiling point than the actual. Dear friends, vacuum distillation is the kind of process where the process is done or the distillation is done under reduced pressure, and when the pressure is reduced, the boiling point of the compound get reduced, and therefore the compound will boil at lower temperature than the actual temperature. This technique is specifically used when the compound is heat sensitive, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option D, that is lower boiling point than the actual. Where the compound is safe, it will not decompose due to the heat, and the correct answer will be considered here is that option D, lower boiling point than the actual. Now presenting fifth question of the show, question 5, level 2, and the question is: isolation of essential oils, fragrant organic compounds from flowers can be effectively done with. Options are option A, steam distillation, option B, simple distillation, option C, vacuum distillation, and option D, fractional distillation. Dear friends, compounds like fragrant organic molecules are present in flowers, and they are mostly essential oils and used in perfumery industries. Such kind of compounds are effectively separated with the help of steam distillation. Steam is the kind of vapor which can carry along with the essential oil or the fragrant molecules, and it is separated along with the water, and this can be effectively done when the impurities are non-volatile. Such kind of compounds are effectively can be purified with the help of steam distillation, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option A, steam distillation. Now presenting sixth question of the show, question 6, level 2, and the question is: crystallization is the process of separation of pure solids from impurity. It involves the preparation of blank solution at blank temperature. Options are option A, saturated solution, low temperature, option B, normal solution, high temperature, option C, saturated solution, high temperature, and option D, normal solution, low temperature. Dear friends, if you want to get compound to be crystallized, then you need to dissolve the compound at particular level, and that particular level we call saturated solution. Compound when dissolved in liquid, it can mix, but if you want to prepare saturated solution, we need to keep the temperature high, so more compound can be dissolved. So if you want to go for the crystallization process, solution can be prepared that is called as saturated solution, and saturated solution can be effectively prepared at high temperature. Therefore, the correct answer for this question is option C, saturated solution, high temperature. Now presenting seventh question of the show, question 7, level 3, and the question is: a substance has boiling point 525 Kelvin, but it starts decomposing at this temperature. Which type of distillation method is most suitable for purification of this substance? Options are Option A, steam distillation. Option B, fractional distillation. Option C, simple distillation. And option D, vacuum distillation. Dear friends, when we look at the options, very first option is steam distillation. Steam distillation is very famous to separate the compounds like essential oils. Fractional distillation is the option B, which can be used to separate the compounds having very close boiling points. Simple distillation, that is option C, which can be used to separate the liquids which having a very separate boiling points, and very simple distillation kind of technique it is. And vacuum distillation is the process which is called as reduced pressure distillation, and reduced pressure distillation is specifically applied when compound is sensitive to heat, where boiling point is get reduced and compound is safely distilled at the other end. Therefore, the compound which is sensitive to this particular temperature can be effectively and safely distilled using the technique called vacuum distillation, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option D, vacuum distillation. Hello friends, now onwards from this session we are going to give you challenge for one question which is related to current topic of the show, and you need to answer the question in the comment section of this particular show. So your challenge for this show is identify the purification methods for the substances in the sequence camphor, benzene and volatile oil. Your options are option A, sublimation, vacuum distillation, steam distillation. Option B, sublimation, simple distillation and steam distillation. Option C, sublimation, fractional distillation and steam distillation. And option D, fractional distillation, steam distillation and sublimation. Dear friends, you can answer this question in the comment section, and the correct answer will be discussed in the next show. I hope you can crack this question. All the best. Now it's a turn to get add to brain points of today's show. Today's show add to brain point is understanding the mechanism and the application of three techniques. Number 1 is the crystallization, number 2 is the sublimation, and number 3 is the distillation. All these three techniques are very well known techniques to separate the organic molecules, and we need to understand every technique and their application. That is the major understanding of today's show. I hope you understand every technique discussed today, and we will come back with another show, that is purification of organic compound 2. Till then, bye and enjoy the show. Crack the 7. Namaste.